Yes, good morning to all. Okay, let's start the session. Okay, so in last class we have completed up to this problem, right? So far we have completed 8 problems in our last session. Okay, so today I'm going to start from this ninth one. Okay, so solve this one, guys. I'll give you a 1 minute. Okay, I already told you that we need a pen and paper. Please keep pen and paper with you. So far, we have discussed only minimum number of codes, right? So if your number of lines is getting increased, means definitely we need a pen and paper while solving a pseudocode. Clear? Okay. So solve this one. Okay. So I hope all of you have solved this one. Okay, guys, you can start post your answer. You can post your answer now. Yay. Okay, super. 3, 7, 10. Okay. See, guys, you can post your answer now. 3, 10, 27, 69. Okay. First option. Okay, option B. Okay. Okay, guys. So listen, I'm just having a mixing of answer. Okay, but most of the answer is going to be A. Okay, superb. Most of the answer I got received as A. Superb. The A is going to be the correct answer. Okay, the correct answer for this one is going to be what? A. Clear? Okay, so I have received this also. B and B, but the answer for this one is going to be A. Okay, let me explain how did we get A. So look at this. Integer A is equal to B is equal to C. Here we have used a 3 variable, right? So first let me initialize all that variable. So A we have initialized with 1. Likewise B we have set it to 2. I we have started from a 0. And I already told you that if they have mentioned I 0 to 6 means you have to include 6 and 0 itself. Okay, this is the inclusion. Okay, so we are going to run our I loop up to until I reach a 6. Okay, so the first line, look at the first line, A plus B plus I. So if we have or add all these value, what will you get? A plus b plus I means now your this sum has 3. And that 3 again I'm going to assign it to the same variable. That means now my a becomes 3. And after that again look at your next value. A is equal to a plus b. So a is equal to a plus b means a having 3, b having 2. So a plus b is 5. Again that result we are going to update in the same variable called a. Yes, now it becomes 5. Right, and after that b is equal to a minus b. Look at your b value. B is having 5. 5 minus 2. Now my b is getting altered with 3. Okay, and then after that look at your I is equal to I plus 2. So now my I value becomes 2. And after that listen, this they have print inside this for loop. So if you are printing a b, what did you get? You get 3. Okay, again we are going to continue the same process. 2 is less than or equal to 6. Yes, a is equal to a plus b plus I. So if you have all these value, what will you get? You will get 10. That I'm going to store it in the variable called a. And after that a is equal to a plus b. A is equal to a plus b means now this becomes 13. And then b is equal to a minus b. B is equal to a minus b means now my b becomes 10. And after that my I becomes 4. Right, so if you have print your b, you will get 10 as a result. You will get 10 as a result. Right, so now we are going to continue a process because 4 less than or equal to a 6. A plus b plus I. Now look at your a plus b plus I. So if you have all these value, definitely your a becomes a 27. And then next a is equal to a plus b. So if we have add these two values, now this becomes 37. And the next process is going to alter a b. B is equal to a minus b. So if we have alter it, so now this becomes a 27. And after that this becomes a 6. Right, so I'm going to print a 27. And then before again my control goes over here. For I is equal 0, I less than 6. Yes, is this true? Yes, definitely this is going to be true. So if this is true means we are going to do the same process for one more time. So a is equal to a plus b plus I means now if we have all the if we have add all these values, you will get what? 70. Right, and after that a is equal to a plus b. A is equal to a plus b means now this becomes a 97. And after that I'm going to add a change of b. B is equal to a minus b. So b is equal to a minus b means now this becomes a 70. Right, and after that I'm going to increment my I value by 2. Now it becomes 8. And you, if you have printed, what will you get? You will get 70 as a result because b is having 70. And if a control goes over here, now this condition becomes false. The limit is the reason is the limit is going to be 6, but we have reached a 8. So that only we got 3, 10, 27, 70 as a result. See, this is how you have to do a manual execution. This is how you have to do a manual execution. Clear? Okay. So now let's move to the next question. Okay. So let me show you the next question for you. Okay. So this is going to be the next question. Okay. And now you can start solve this one. Solve this one, guys. Look at this. Initially, they are going to call this function 1. For that, they are going to pass a value 5. Function 1 is not a recursive function. Okay, I gave a clue here. Here, we are going to call a function fun. This fun is going to be run in a recursive. Right. Okay. Guys, don't sit idle. Solve this one. Okay. So now you can post your answer, guys. Okay. Now you can post. Okay, 15 B option. Yes, B is going to be 120. Yes, super. What is the initial value? Oh, so initial value they have mentioned it as a 5, right? Okay, so the maximum answer I have received as 120. Super. That is going to be the correct answer. Okay. Let me explain the solution once. So the answer for this question is going to be what? 120. Let me explain it. Okay. So initially we are going to call this function fun1. Okay. So fun1, for that one we are going to call a function fun1. This function is going to make a call of a fun. Okay. So this one is going to make a call of a fun. For that they are going to pass this n. N we have passed this as a 5. So 5 comma 1. So this is going to be the first function call of fun of 5 comma 1. Okay, so let me write the corresponding n and a value. Let me write the corresponding n and a value here. Okay, so better is to do it in a workbook. Yes, I have already write it. Okay, so listen. So this is what happened in our process. So listen, the first function call is going to be 5 comma 1. Okay, at that time your n and a value is going to be what? 5 and 1. Okay, so listen, look at this function. Once you have entered into a fun function, you are going to check whether your n value reached 0 or not. If your n value is 0 means you are going to return this a. That means this is going to be the base condition of this recursive function call. If it is not, again we are going to call the same function, but for that function you need to change your parameter. Right, so that is nothing but first parameter is going to be n by 1 and comma second one is going to be n multiplied by a, n minus 1 and n multiplied by a. Right, okay, so that is what I am going to write it here. Right, so listen, the first initial value I have received 5 comma 1. Once I have received this value, I'm going to enter into a function. I'm going to check whether my n reached 0. This is not 0. If it is not 0 means you have to call the same function with 5 minus 1, 5 into 1. That means n minus 1, n into a. So that now my value becomes, this is going to be the second function call. So this is a first function call and second function call is going to be fun of 4 comma 5. Now look at your n and a value 4 comma 5. Again we are going to enter into the same function. Check your n value. This is not equal to 0. So what you have to do? 4 minus 1. Now your n value is 4. So 4 minus 1 and 4 into 5. Now this value becomes 3 comma 20. Right. So once it becomes a 3 comma 20, you have to check whether your n reached 0. No, this is not reached 0. Continue the process. 3 minus 1, 3 into 20. Now your call becomes 2 comma 60. Right, so 2 comma 60, 2 is not equal to a 0 and 2 minus 1 you will get 2 minus 1, 2 into 10. So the next call is going to be 2 minus 1, 2 into 10. right? And look at your n value. Now my n value reached 1. So if your n value reached 1 means next function call 1 minus 0, 1 into 120, because this is going to be n and a of this particular function call. So from this function call, again I'm going to call one more function with the parameter 0, 120. Okay, so before doing the seventh function call, so this is going to see we have called this function recursively or repeatedly. Okay, so listen, 7. So before making the seventh function call, we need to check whether this n value reached 0. Yes, if this n value reached 0 means what we have to do, we are going to do a returning process. We are going to do a returning process. That is nothing but a descending phase. So, okay, so this is the ascending phase. This is the ascending phase of our recursive function. Now we are going to do a descending phase. Okay, while doing a descending phase, what you have to check is, you need to check is there any statements after this function call. Do we have any statement after this function call? No, this is the last statement of our function call. So what we can do is we can directly return this result. This is going to be a result. This one you should return it to the previous function call. And then this one return to the fourth function call. This is how your value will get written. So this is how your value will get written. So this is the first function call. Okay, this function is also invoked by fun1. So this 120 you have written to this function called 120. Okay, so that finally we got 120 as a result. Clear? See, while writing a while handling a recursive function call, better is to write like this. Okay, if they have mentioned it as n minus 1 means write n minus 1 n into a. This is better than writing fun of 3 comma 20. Okay, so if you write like this means this, in case if we have any descending phase. Okay, let me explain what is descending phase also with the help of one example. Okay, so listen, in case if we have a descending phase means this kind of representation definitely we need. Clear? Okay, and this one will helps you to understand how recursive works. Clear? Okay, so now I hope this is clear for you. So now let's move to the next question. So let me show you the 11th question. Yes, this is going to be the 11th question. Okay guys, solve this one. Okay, guys, once you have solved this, you can post your answer. Guys, you can post your answers. Okay, I'm gonna read your answer. This problem, so many iterations. Okay. Okay, 3 minus 3 minus 12 minus 15. Okay, so we start the fun from what the question asked right now from the program. So we should start the fun from. Okay, so listen. Still, you people are having doubt on the previous problem, right? Okay, see, listen. In question, they just asked us to call a function fun1. Okay, because they have given only one parameter. With the help of one parameter, calling the fun1, it's going to be a sound sensible, right? Okay, see, we can't call a fun. See, if we want to call a fun means for that definitely we need a two parameter. And you people ask me, where did you take that a? See, I didn't take any a. I am going to call this function fun1. Inside this one, for a, they have given 1 as a value. So this is going to be starting of a, right? So here they have passed a n and then 1. Okay, so that only I have start my process with 5, 1. I have start my process with 5, 1. So 5 is the n value. Okay, so for a, they have passed a 1. So we are going to keep this as a base. Clear? Okay, so this is the explanation for that one. Okay, and then yes, this is the. Now I have I hope I have cleared your doubts. Okay, see, listen, in case if they have mentioned it as fun also. Okay, so in case if they have mentioned it as funs, definitely we can't call a fun with the parameter of a 5. Okay, so this is going to be a fun one. Clear? Okay, so now the output for this one is going to be what? 3 minus 3, 8 minus 12, 15. Yes, most of the answer I got it as D. So D is going to be the correct answer. Right. So listen, while working, still I think still you people are having doubt in this for and while execution. So that only you made mistake. Right? Okay. So listen, look at this statement. End while. Okay, so end while, after that they have write a end for. This clearly indicates that this while which is present inside of for, right? So once we have completed a while loop, we need to print this a, right? Okay, so let's do a execution. Okay, so a, initially we are going to set it as 10. B, initially we are going to set it as 7. That is what they have given in a question also, right? So this one, see, we are going to do a 5 iteration, right? So I is equal to 1. So initially we are going to start our I from 1. Okay, so the first step, before enter into a while, they have altered a. A is equal to a plus I plus b. So a is equal to a plus I plus b means a plus b plus I. So now this becomes what? Now this becomes 80. Am I right? Now this becomes 18, right? And after that, they are going to check whether this 18 is greater 6. Is it greater 6? Yes, this is going to be greater 6. Okay, so if it is greater 6, what you have to do is, this is going to be our next process. Okay, so we are going to continue this process until A is greater 6. 18 is greater 6. Yes, and next process, A is equal to A plus B. So if you have add these two values, 18 plus 7, what will you get? You will get 25 as a result. That I'm going to store it in the A. So the last value of A is going to be what? 25. And after that, I'm going to subtract B minus 1. So 6. Okay, so if you have subtract A minus 1, what will you get? You will get 24. Right? Okay, next time. Again, we are going to check is 24 is greater 6. Yes, 24 is going to be greater 6. Okay, so 24 is going to be greater 6 means, next what you have to do? Add A plus B. So if we have add these two values, A plus B means now this becomes 60. And after that, reduce it by 1 and then reduce it by 1, and here also now this becomes 29, because you should reduce either B and A by, you should reduce both B and A by 1, right? Okay, and then next thing. So next what you have to do? Next, again we are going to check whether this 29 is going to be greater than 6. Is it true? Yes. True means A plus B. Add these two values. If you add these two values means 29 plus 5. So 29 plus 5, what will you get? You will get 34. And after that, reduce your B by 1 and then A by 1. I hope now we got the sequence. So now we have to do this first. Okay. So now 33 is greater 6. So what we have to do? Add these two values. If you add it, 37. And then reduce this by 1. And then this is also 36. 36 also greater. So add it. So if you add it, now this becomes 39. Okay, reduce it by 1, and this also now it becomes 38. Okay, 38 is also greater 6. So if it is greater 6, so what we have to do? So next, what we have to do is, next thing is going to be add these two values. If you add these to 40 and reduce this by 1, and this is also will get reduced by 1, 39. Right, and the next step, 39 is greater. So if you add these two values, now this becomes 40, and if you have reduced it, this becomes 0, and again now this becomes 39. Okay, see, after this onwards only your A is going to getting decreased. Right? Okay, let's continue. 39 is greater. If you add these two values, what will you get? You will get 39 as the same result. And after that, I'm going to reduce this one by 1, and if you have reduced this one will get 38. Now, if you have add these two values, what will you get? You will get 37. Okay, what will you get? You will get 37 as a result. Okay, and then reduce this by 1. Now this becomes minus 2, and this becomes a 36. Clear? Still 36 also going to be what? Greater than your 6. So greater than 6 means what you have to do? Add these two values. If you have add 34. Okay, and then if you reduce it, now this becomes a minus 3, and this is going to be a 33. Right? Okay, and next. Okay, and next step, 33 is also going to be greater your 6. So add it. So if you have added, now this becomes a 30, and reduce this one by 1, and this is also will get reduced. Now this becomes a 29. Right, and after that 29 is also greater. So if you have add these two values, 29 plus 4. Okay, 29 plus 4, what will you get? 25. Reduce this one by 1. Right, so if you have reduced this one by 1, and then reduce A is also by 1, 24. And then 24 is also greater. Add it. So if you have added, now it becomes what? Now this one will gives you 90. Right, and then reduce this by 1. Reduce this one also by 1. Yes, it's still greater 6. So if it is still greater 6 means what you have to do? Add these two values. So if you have add these two values, what will you get? You will get 12. Right, and then you can reduce this one by 1, and then reduce this one is also by 1. Right, okay, still this is also greater 6. So now if you have add these two values, you will end up with 3. Now if you have add these two values, you will end up with 3. And after that, now this becomes 8. Okay, sorry. Actually, this is 4. And after that, you have to reduce it by 1. Now it becomes 3. Now this value becomes a lesser. So once this value becomes less than, so what you have to do is you have to print your 3. Right? Okay. So now the current value of A is what? Now the value of A is, now our value reduced. Our value becomes A having 3, B having minus 8. Okay. I we have completed for 1. So the next now I value is getting incremented by 2. Okay. So now we are going to do the same process. A is equal to A plus I plus B. So now if you have add all these value, what will you get? You will get your A as a minus 3. Right? So now this becomes a minus 3. So check this while. Is it true? No. If this is false, so you are going to directly print your A. So if you have directly print your A means, now look at your A value. Your A having what? Minus 3. See, for the first iteration alone, it takes more time, right? Okay, and then your I value becomes 3. So I value becomes 3 means again we are going to add all these 3 value, right? So if you have add all these value, what will you get? A plus 3, sorry, this 3 and 3 will get cancelled. So A value is going to be what? Minus 8. A value is going to be minus 8. This is also not greater your 6. So if it is not greater, print it. That's it. So what we are going to do, we are going to print the A value. That's it. Super. Right? Okay. Next. Now I value becomes 4. So I value becomes 4. The first step is going to be what? A is equal to A plus I plus B. Okay. So if you have all this value, now what will you get is you will get 4 as a result. Sorry. 18 is going to be a 16. 16 minus 4 we will get minus 12. Yes, now this is also not greater than 6. Print it directly. Right? Okay. And for the next time, now my I becomes 5. So I'm going to execute it. A is equal to A plus I plus B. Okay. So now if you have add all these values, what will you get? Minus 20. So now this is going to be minus 15. Right? Super. Now my value becomes minus 15. This also is going to be a false. So we can print it. That's it. See, for the first time alone, this while will get executed. See, you need a practice. Okay, so you need a practice for solving these kind of questions. So that only I'll ask you to solve it on your own first. You need a practice. Okay, clear? See, if I ask you to solve the problem, please try to solve the problem. Don't be idle. Otherwise, you can't solve this problem quickly. Clear? Okay, so that only the answer you get. See, 3 minus 3 minus 8 minus 12 minus 50. Clear? Okay, so this is how we have to solve it. This is how we have to solve it. Clear? Okay, so now I think it's clear for you. So now let's move to the next problem. Let me show you the next one. Okay, so solve this one, guys. I already told you that if I ask you to solve the question, please use a pen and paper while solving this kind of question. Okay, let me explain. See, initially it might take more than 1 minute to solve this problem. Okay, if you get used to it, definitely you can solve this kind of problem easily. Clear? Okay, solve this one. Okay, guys, now you can post your answer. B3. Okay, most of the answer is going to be B. 2, 4. Super. Option 4. None of the above mentioned. Super. Option 3. Yes. Super. Guys, option 3 or 3 as your answer. Mention it clearly. Guys, is it option 3 or 3? Answer is 3. Okay. Okay, 3 is an answer. Okay. Gayatri's tree, right? Only the one answer I got as 12. Super. That is Gayatri's tree. Okay. Okay, super. So let's start solve this one. Okay, so the answer for this one is going to be a 12. So the answer for this one is going to be what? Sorry, 3. Okay, okay, correct, correct. Okay, so listen, let's execute. So let's execute this. Declare x, y, m, n. Okay, x we have to initially set it as 22, right? And y we have to set it as 3. Super. Okay. And then next set m is equal to x and n is equal to y. So m is equal to x, n is equal to y. Okay, so while m is not equal to n, okay, m is not equal to n means, okay, we are going to do this process. See, all this entire f which is present inside a while, right? Okay, so m is not equal to n. So m is not equal to n, yes, m is not equal to 1. So once you have entered this, we are going to check if this m is greater than n means we are going to reduce a m. So we are going to reduce this m by 1 until m is not equal to n. Okay, so if m is greater than means we have to reduce m, otherwise we have to reduce n. Okay, so far m is greater, so we are going to reduce it. So if you start reducing means 20, okay, and then 19, 18 up to, definitely this works up to 3. Clear? Okay, so when will this condition becomes fail? Once m and n becomes equal means this condition becomes fail. So once you have come out from this loop, definitely if you have printed, what will you get? Both m and n having a same value. That is the condition they have given here. Once it becomes a equal, this condition becomes a false, right? So the final result is going to be what? 3. Okay, super. As you said, 3 is going to be the answer. Okay, super. So now let's move to the next question. Okay, solve this one, guys. Okay, guys, now you can post your answer. Okay, let me check your answer. Then we'll discuss the solution. Fourth line is a TRI. I, guys. Sorry, that's a typing mistake. Fourth line is having I only. T we didn't use in this problem. 0, 1, 2, 4, option 2. 0, 1, 2, 4. Okay, maximum 0, 1, 2 and option 4. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 4. Super. So the maximum answer is going to be 0, 1, 2, 4. Yes, your answer was correct. Okay, so the maximum answer I got it as 0, 1, 2, 4. Okay, super guys. Okay, so now let's discuss it. Okay, let me give a quick explanation, right? Okay, so initially let's set it as x is equal to 0 and y is going to be what? 1. Y is going to be 1. And here this is not a t. Initially I have mentioned it as t. This is not a t. This is going to be I, right? So I, we are going to start from a 1. So how many times we should run this going to be I less than or equal to 4. So we are going to execute this up to less than or equal to 4. And every time we are going to increment this I by 1. This thing noted carefully, right? Okay. And then after that we are going to print a x. Look at your x value. X value is having 0. If you have printed, definitely you will get 0. And after that x is equal to x plus y. X is equal to x plus y means x plus y. Now your x becomes 1. And then y is equal to x by y. So x by y, 1 by 1, again your y is going to be replaced with 1, right? And then next, for the next time, for 2, print x. If you have print means 1. Now x is equal to x plus y. Now if you have add x plus y means now your x becomes 2. And after that x by y, right? So x by y means 2 by 1. This one will gives you 2 as a result. So while printed, definitely you will get 2 if you have printed for the next iteration. Okay, this is for the third iteration. First line is going to be printing x. Yes, we have printed. And after that, alter your x. X is equal to x plus y. If you have added, definitely you will end up with 4. Okay, and 4 by 2, this is going to be still in 2. This is going to be still in 2, right? So if you have printed, what will you get? You will get 4 as your x. So once your I value becomes 4, okay, so now this condition becomes, okay, now we have process for 4 also. After that, now it becomes a 5 means this condition becomes false, right? Okay, so if you continue it, the next one is going to be a 6 because this one still stays at what? 2, right? Okay, so now the answer is going to be 0, 1, 2, 4. So the correct answer for this problem is going to be B. 0, 1, 2, 4. Yes, okay, super. Let me show you the next question. Yes, this is going to be the next one. Okay, solve this one, guys. Give your time, solve this one. Guys, post your answer when I ask you to post. Okay. Okay, guys, now you can post your answer. 105 option D, 216, 105 option D. These questions are written by us in yesterday's exam. Okay. 216 option C. Okay. See the mixed answer of 105 and 216. That's going to be a mixed answer. Okay. The equal number of 105 and 216 I'm having. Okay. Okay. Superb. Okay. Let me read all your answers first. Okay. So hold on, guys. Okay. See, guys, actually, I'm having mixed and equal number of 105 and 216. Okay, so the answer for this one is going to be 105. So answer for this one is going to be what? 105. Right, see, these things they have written outside of this loop. Okay, so listen, the answer for this one is going to be 105. Okay, let me explain it. Okay, so m is equal to 3. And see, m initially set it as 3, n is going to be 2, and o is going to be 4. Right? So we'll start our process. N is greater 0. Is it true? N is greater 0. Yes. If your n is greater 0 means m is equal to m into 0 plus n. That means m gets a 0. So plus n, look at your n value. This n will get assigned to here. And after that, we are going to reduce our n value by 1. That's it. Right? Okay. And then next again, we are going to check. See, this is going to be the end of the for loop. So we can execute all these things until n is greater 0. Right, so n is greater 0, yes, true. And m is equal to m into 0 plus n. M into 0 plus n means now this is going to be replaced with 1. And after that, now this becomes a 0. Right, so when you come to here, n greater 0, is it true? False. Because n is equal to 0. So this condition becomes false means now we are going to terminate this while. And after that, we are going to execute this one. So 0 is equal, sorry, o is equal to o plus m. Right, so O is equal to O plus M means now this becomes a 5. O is equal to O plus M means now this O alone will get changed. Right, and after that, if you have print M and 0, you will get 105 as a result because the last value of this M and 0 is going to be 105. You will end up with 105. Right, okay, so the answer for this one is going to be 105. Clear? Okay, superb. 216 is not the correct answer, right? Okay, so now this is going to be a second question. See, while printing an array, they didn't give a space, so that only you got your result as it is. Okay, so don't get confused. While printing an array value, they didn't give any space. Okay, so now you can post your answer, guys. Option B, B, D. Guys, you can post your answer. 3412, option B. Yes. Okay, super. Voice is not audible. I think it's audible. 3412, superb. 3612 and option C. Yes, 3612, 3412. Option B. Okay, super. So the answer for this question is going to be B. 3412 is the correct answer. Okay, so listen. Let me share the screen. Okay, so listen. Initially, they have given an array as 3, 4, 6, 1, 2. Right? Okay, so let's write. Let me write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. How many elements are there? Only 5 elements. The first one is going to be 3, second one is 4, and then 6, and then 1, and then 2. This is what the given array element, right? So position they have set it as what? Position they have set it as 2. Initially they have used position variable. They have set this as a 2. Right, and after that, they are going to start, they have declared I, J, N position. Right, so this J is the loop they are going to use for a they are going to use for what? They are going to use for run a loop. J, they are going to start from a position. Position means that is going to be a 2. So we are going to execute this until n minus 1. As I told you that in case if it is n minus 1, they will explain, they will mention it as n minus 1. Right. So now we have to execute up to n minus 1. So the n is going to be what? 5. Here they have mentioned n is 5. Okay. So you are going to work only up to a 4. That means the j limit is going to be 4. Look at this. Array of j is equal to array of j plus 1. Array of j means array of j is 2. Array of 2. This one should get replaced with what? This one should get replaced with the 1. I'm going to replace this with 1. And after that, this j value will get increment by 1. If this will get increment by 1, again, array of 3 is equal to array of 4. So what they have done here is they have done a deletion process. They are going to delete the element which is present in the position 2. So this is the algorithm of deleting a particular element from an array. So for that, they have done a shifting process and all those things. Right. So now your j value becomes a 4. So once your j value becomes a 4, you need to stop this process. So j is equal to 2 to n. Right. So now we have completed for a 3. Right, so n minus 1 means we are going to process up to for actually we don't need to work for a 4th indexes also. Right, okay. See, this is less than n minus 1. Less than 4. We need to work less than 4 because we can't work for the last element. In case if your work means that is not a problem. Some garbage will get assigned here. Clear? And last, what they are going to do is they are going to reduce your n value. So initially the n value is going to be 5. Initially the n value is going to be 5. If you have reduced it, now this becomes a 4. And now I'm going to print only the first 4 element because my number of elements becomes 4. So if you have print the first four, definitely you will get 3412 as a result. After removing this, the second position value, you will get 3412. Clear? Okay. So this is the explanation for this answer. Okay. So the answer for this one is going to be 3412. Clear? Okay. So now let's move to the next question. Yes, this is going to be the next question. Okay, this is also one of the recursive function call, right? Yes, recursive function call. For that one, initially they have you have to assume your a is going to be 3, right? Okay, so solve this one. Hold on, guys. Let me check only one thing. Yes, yes, you can work. Okay, now you can post your answer. Guys, post your answers. Let me check your answer, okay? 3113. Some questions are explained what we written in yesterday class. Okay. 3113. Okay. 3412. 3412. Option B 3412. The maximum answer is going to be option B 3412. Option B 3412. How did you get 3412? Some people have post 3412. Okay, 3113. Yes. Okay. 3113 and 3112. Okay. So we'll have a two option, right? So it can be either B or a D. Okay. You people are posting 3113 and 3112 also. Okay. Explain the previous sum once again. Okay, I'll explain it. Okay, first let's finish this one. Guys, in case if you have already seen this question in exam, means that is also not a problem. Okay, so just hold on. First, let's finish this one. Okay. Here again, I'm repeating here. I'm going to tell you how to approach a recursive problem. Okay, it can be, it's already present. In case if you have already seen this question, that is not a problem. In case in an exam, in case if they have changed a value, you should know the working principle of this kind of problem. That I'm going to explain here, right? Okay, so initially look at this. This is going to be the entire function. So the initial function call, it's going to be what? That is going to be with a 3. So for this function, we are going to pass a 3. We are going to receive a. So this is nothing but 1, right? So a less than 1. That is not I, a less than 1. Okay, let's go to the Excel sheet for this question. Explain array problem. Okay. See, previous problem, you people asked me to explain, show me the previous one. See, previous one, what they have done is this is going to be a given array. Okay, so 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. So this, listen, look at this. What they are going to do is they are going to start process from this index. Okay, from here onwards, they are going to start replacing with the adjacent one. They are going to start replacing with the adjacent one, means the 6 one will get replaced with 1 and this 2 will get replaced with, sorry, 1 will get replaced with 2. So they are going to bring all these elements on the left hand side. So that only at last we got 3, 4, 1, 2 as an answer. Clear? Okay, so for this one, see, listen, initial function call is going to be what? A fun of 3. Initial function call is going to be fun of 3. And after that, inside this one, once you have entered into this question or enter into this function, they are going to check a is equal, a is less than 1, a is less than 1, no. Okay, so a is not less than 1. So listen, for this kind of question, I already told you that we need, see here, this is called a descending phase. This is called the descending phase. So this is going to be the descending phase. So this will get execute while returning your function. This will get execute while returning your function, right? So these, all these parts which are all present above this function call, it's going to be comes under ascending phase. Okay, so this part will get executing while doing a function call. Okay, descending will get execute while doing a returning, right? Okay, so the first function call is going to be what? A fun of 3. Listen, let me explain it. Fun of 3, right? So fun of 3 is going to be the first function call. So let me write my a value here, 3. Okay, so now I'm going to check inside this. A is less than 1. Is it true? A is less than 1? No, 3 is not less than 1. Else print a. So else print a means if you have printed, what will you get it? You will get 3. Okay, so you will get 3. See, listen, first let's listen this question. If your a value is less than 1 means return. Else print it. So first value is going to be 3. Okay, first we got print the value as 3. Okay, and the next one again, it's going to be one of the function called a minus 2. So 3 minus 2, what will you get? 3 minus 2. So the next function call is going to be a minus 2 means 3 minus 2. So 3 minus 2, listen, so far your a value is going to be what? So here the a value is going to be 3. But 3 minus 2 means this one will call the next function as fun of 1. So 3 minus 2, now your a value becomes what? 1. Okay, and now again we are going to enter into a function. So if a less than 1, is it true or false? This is going to be true. Sorry, false, right? So a less than 1 means this will get false, because 1 less than 1, is it true? False. So if it is false means the next value we are going to print a. And after that again I'm going to call my function with fun of 1 minus 2. Fun of 1 minus 2. Okay, so fun of 1 minus 2. Now your I value becomes what? Minus 1. So once we are going to enter into a function, I'm going to check if it is less than 1. Yes, now I'm going to return it. If this is true, means you have to return to the place where you have called at the last place. Okay, so now this -1 is called from where? 1 minus 2. Okay, the next function call is going to be a fun of -1. Okay, how did we get this function call? This is from the previous one. So once you're back to the previous one, look at this. Here you have called your value with 1 minus 2. So 1 minus 2 means the next function call, it's going to be, look at your a value. Your a value is 1. So that you have to print it in the descending phase. This is going to be a descending. So while returning, you should print your a value. You should not print your a minus 2. Okay, you should print your a value. So if you have printed, definitely this is going to be 1. Here, just look at this format alone. Okay, let me mark it. Okay, so listen, 1 minus 2. So here, look at this. This is a minus 1. So the, from this equation, a is going to be what? 1. And then this will return to the previous one. Previous one, 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is nothing but a minus 2. So a value is what? 3. So while see, in case if you are having a descending phase, means you should write your function call like this only. Okay, see, instead of 3 minus 2, if you have write 1 or -1 means, while doing a descending phase, you will take this 1 and -1. But instead of that, you should take this a value. So the result is going to be what? 3, 1, 1, 3. Right? Okay. So let me show you the next question. Okay, this is going to be a next question. Solve this one. Okay, now you can post your answer. How will we know that this is going to be a descending phase? Yes. Say, listen, the line which is present after the function call. Okay. See, if you have write something, please go to the previous question once again. Okay. Okay. Let me show it. Listen. 23:9. See, how will you find whether this is going to be a descending means? See, if we write any statement after the function call in a recursive function call, I'm just talking about only a recursive. Okay, so if we have placed any statement after the recursive function call, that we can call it as a descending phase. Why did we call this as a descending phase? Means this will execute when we are doing a returning. Okay, see, once we have reached a base case, okay, once we have reached a base case means now we'll get start returning. So we'll returning, this is called a descending phase. So this part will get executed in a descending phase. Okay, something we have placed above that recursive function call, that is going to be a ascending phase. While calling a function, that will get executed. So this is how we can differentiate that ascending and descending phase. Clear? Okay, 23. Show me the question once again. Okay, 23, 9, 14. Your answer is 23, 9, 14. Yes, 23, 9, 14. It's going to be the correct answer. Okay. Some of the Yes, let me show you the question once again. Yes, this is going to be the question. Okay, just take a look of it. So the answer for this one is going to be what? 23, 9, 14. Right? Okay. See, if you have executed, listen, P R P Q. Right? So R P Q, initially they have set it as R as a 9, P as a 2, Q as a 6. Right? R plus P greater. See, listen, the entire thing we have placed this for loop inside a if. R plus P. R plus P is what? 9 plus 2. This is going to be, sorry, R is greater P plus Q. R is greater P plus Q. P plus Q is 8. 9 is greater 8. Yes. So now we are going to start executing our I. I starts from 1. So P is equal to P plus Q. Q is equal to Q plus 1. So P plus Q means now it becomes what? 8. And then this one becomes 7. Yes. And then I value becomes 2. For the next time, again, what we have to do, we have to add these two value P and Q. If you have added, what will you get is you will get 15. And then this one becomes 8. Right? I value becomes 3. And at last, okay, so if we have add P plus Q, this one will gives you 23. Right? Okay, and if you have incrementer Q, now this becomes 1. Right? Okay, sorry, now this becomes 3. Okay, so once it becomes a 3 means now after that your for I value becomes 4, this condition becomes false. So while printing, okay, while printing, if you have print PQR, at last we need to change our R. Once you come out from this for loop, we need to change R. How did you change your R? 9 minus Q. Sorry, P minus Q. So 23 minus 9. Right? So the difference between these two is going to be what? 14. Okay, so that the R value is going to be finally updated with 14. So if we have print PQR 23, 9, 14. So that only we got 23, 9, 14. Yes, super. See, I am just explaining this for the people who had a doubt already. So I already told you that in case if you know it, no problem. Just you don't need to listen it. Okay, just leave it. Okay, so this is going to be the next question. Solve this one. This is also one of the recursive function call. Okay, now you can post your answer. Let me check it. See, again, you people are asking fun of -1, how it works. So listen, once it becomes a negative value, we are going to stop our function call. That is going to be the base case they have given in a question. Okay, I'm just talking about a previous question. Still, some people are having doubt on the previous question, right? Okay. So how it works means once this value becomes a negative value, once you have entered into a function, the first base condition, in case if it is a negative, we need to stop this function call. Hereafter, you should not do a recursive function call. So that is going to be the base case they have given. Right, so can you explain how we got 3 at last? Okay, yes, that is also I explained. Listen, see, while writing a function call, you should mention it as 3 minus 2. Okay, so if a function call while calling a minus 2 means you should use the exact representation. Okay, so if you have used that means a minus 2 means 3 minus 2. Actually, this is 3 minus 2. You can express it as 3 minus 2. If you have expressed like this clearly says that this 3 is going to be a. So while doing a while comes to a descending phase, you should take this a. But if you have write it as 3 minus 1 means, 3 minus 2 means you'll take 1. So that is the reason this is the method of writing a recursive function call. Okay. Okay, 72. The answer for this question is going to be 72. Okay, let me explain it. Screen is not visible. Okay, with the question and explain. Okay, 72. Most of the answer I got it as 72. Okay. Say I already told you that knowing answer it's not enough for this kind of problem. You should know how to solve this one. That is important. That is very, very important. Okay, so you should know. See, in case you might have a different question, means how will you solve it? So for that one, you should know how to solve it. So, okay, so listen. So the answer for this one is going to be 72. Right? Okay. So how many of you want me to give you explanation? In case if you don't want the explanation, means for me that is not a problem. I'll move to the next question. Okay. So if you want the explanation, means please let me know. If you don't want means that is also not a problem. I'll move to the next question. No problem. Okay. I got one comment. Ma'am, you're giving less time to solve this question. Yes. Okay, I'll give some time. Okay. Okay, want explanation? Yes. Yes, yes. Okay, I think 1 or 2 people are too fast. Okay, I can understand that. Okay, so please adjust it. Okay, I'm just explaining for your friends only. Okay, so adjust it. This problem, we started from the function definition, then we went for a calling function. Should we always proceed with the start of the pseudocode? See, this is a recursive function call. See, this is a recursive function call, so that only we just call it from a definition and then went to a calling function. This is a recursive, so that only we got it right. Okay, so listen, as per your request, I'll give you some time to solve the same question, then I will explain it. Okay, you want me to give some other time, right? Okay, take a look of it. Okay. Okay, so now let's start the explanation. Okay, so listen. Okay, let me fit it to the screen so that it would be easy for me to. Okay, so now let's use this base. Okay guys, let's start. Okay, so here they have given a two number. First one is going to be 8 and next one is going to be what? 9. A and B is going to be 9. For the first function call, we are going to get fun of, okay, let me write f of 8 comma 9. This is going to be the first function call. Let me write the corresponding A and B value here. This is going to be 8 and 9. Yes, okay. Now, once you have entered into this function, first condition is going to be A less than B. Look at this, A less than B. A is less than B, no. Okay, A is not less than B. So in case if your A is not less than B means next condition, B is not equal to 0. Look at this, B is not equal to 0. Yes, now this condition becomes true. So if this condition becomes true means, so what you have to write it, listen, this is going to be your format. This is going to be your format, right? So let me write the exact format here. Look at your A value. See, from this 8 comma 9 only, we are going to make the next function call. So the A value is going to be 8. So 8 plus f of A comma B. So while passing this, here you should write, see guys, if you are having a doubt on the previous question, see, previous that recursive function, some of you asked me to explain it once again. Okay, just listen this question carefully. Okay, you can get some idea to solve a recursive function, right? So fun of A, this is A. Look at your A is 8, comma. Here this is going to be B minus 1, right? So what we can do is, instead of write it as a B minus 1 means what? This is going to be 8. So instead of write it as a 8, here I'm going to write 9 minus 1. Because this is going to be the equivalent function call for this one is going to be 8 plus f of 8 comma 8. Actually, this is going to be a second function call. Okay, so actually this is going to be a next function call. But when you comes to a descending phase, instead of look at this, you need to look at this one. Okay, this thing we have right here for a descending phase. Let me mark it in a yellow color. Okay, here there is a no descending. Look at this. After this function call, we didn't have any process. In case if they have write any printf after this function call means, while returning, you should just look at this descending phase instead of look at this one, right? Okay, and next, now look at your A and B value. Now my A and B value becomes same, right? Okay, and then next, okay, so again we are going to enter into the same function. Look at your A and B value. 8 less than 8, is it true? No, false. Okay, if it is false means what you have to do, again you have to do the same thing. 8 plus f of, okay, 8 is going to be same, 8 comma 8 minus 1. So 8 comma, now you look at your B value. B is having what? 8. So here this is going to be 8 minus 1. Right, so the actual format for this one is what? 8 plus f of 8 comma 7, right? Okay, see here what we can do is, here there is a no descending phase. Here there is a no descending phase means you don't need to bother about this yellow part. Actually we don't need to write it. In case if you have any descending phase, what do you mean by descending phase? Okay, look at this, let me show you that. This is a descending. If we have write any statement after the function call, here the function call is going to be fun of A minus 2. In case if you are having any descending phase, definitely you should mark this yellow colored also. Okay, but in this question, okay, we didn't have any descending phase. So that what I'm going to do now is I'm going to directly write this format. We don't need to write it. Okay, for now it becomes what? 8 comma 7. Now next one is going to be 8 plus f of, definitely 8 is not less than b. Okay, definitely this 8 is not less than b. So the next function call is also going to be 8 comma 7 minus 1, 6. Right, so now this is going to be 8 and 6. Right, Next one is going to be 8 plus f of 8 comma 5, right? And then now it's going to be 8 comma 5. A is not b, and b is also not equal 0. This is important thing. Okay, why did we go this place is going to be b is not equal 0 and a is not less than b. Okay, so that really we have executed. Next call 8 plus f of, sorry, 8 plus f of 8 comma b minus 1. Now this becomes a 4. So now this is going to be 8 comma 4, right? And next one, let me do it fast. Okay, I think I hope now you got the flow. 8 comma 3, and now your value is going to be 8 comma 3. Still a is not less than b is not equal to 0, so that means we are going to do the same format. 8 comma 2, because 3 minus 1, what will you get? 2. 8 comma 2, right? And then here this is going to be 8 plus f of 8 comma 1. Okay, look at this. Now this is going to be 8 comma 1. For the next function call, 8 less than 1, is it true? False. That means this will never get execute for this problem. This if will never execute, right? So we are going to execute only this part so far, right? So for the next one is also 8 plus f of 8 comma 0. This is going to be your function call. Now again I'm going to enter into this function. A less than b, false. B not equal to 0, false. So that means the last one is going to be return 0. From this point onwards, we should start our returning. Hereafter, you should not continue your function call. Now we have stopped because b reached 0. So once b reached 0 means the entire thing, okay, listen, the entire thing, the result of entire thing is going to be 0. Okay, so this function call, we just call from where we have made a call from the previous one. So that, look at this, while returning here we have a 8 plus. Okay, the important thing what we should note here is going to be 8 plus. So here this is going to be 8 plus 0. So the result is going to be what? 8. This 8, I'm going to return it to my previous function call. Here also, the result so far we have solved is going to be what? 8. So now this place is going to be 8 plus 8, 16. So previous function call, 16 plus 8. Right, so now we got the clear idea. 16 plus 8 means this is going to be what? 24. Right, so previous function called 24, and we are going to add 8 to it. So this is nothing but, look at this, how many 8s are here? How many 8s are here? Look at this, 9 8s are here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So here we are going to add all these 8 values. So definitely your result is going to be what? 72. You don't need to process the entire thing. Okay, so with the help of this equation, we can understand this is how this is going to be work, right? So from here, and as I told you that here there is a no descending phase, so you don't need to bother about this format. You don't need to bother about this yellow format. Okay, clear? So this is how you have to approach a recursive function call. Okay, you might have any question, but this is how you have to work. If you have worked it, definitely you can find the correct answer. Clear? Okay. So now I think this is going to be clear for you. Let me show you the next question. Yes, this is going to be a next question. Okay, guys, shall we move to the next one? Guys, shall we move to the next one? First iteration is less than, okay, sorry. Let me check it once. Okay, guys, listen. Let me check it once. Okay, so that it's going to be 9. So that it's going to be swap, right? 9 we are going to execute 8 times. Okay, okay, super. Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen first. Okay, let me ascending and descending phase. Okay, let me explain it. First, let me complete it. Okay, sorry, I made a mistake. Actually, here we are going to add a 8 9 times or 9 8 times. Both will give you same answer. So that only it works. Okay, see, but what I made mistake is, listen, for the first function call 8 less than 9. Okay, if it is 8 less than 9 means what we are going to do is we are going to swap it. So for the next function call, we are going to change it as 9 comma 8. And after that, this a becomes a 9, right? Okay. So that means what we have to change here is going to be, okay. So the first function call is going to be 8 and 9. Immediately we are going to change it with 9 comma 8 because the first if condition becomes a true. And after that, every function call is going to be 9 plus. I made it correct. Okay, 9 plus what we have to do with 9 plus 9 comma 7 minus 1, right? Okay, and the next one is going to be 9 plus f of 9 comma 6, right? And the next one 9 plus f of 9 comma 5, right? And the next function called 9 plus f of 9 comma 4, right? And then next 9 plus f of 9 comma 3. Yes, 9 plus f of 9 comma 2. Yes, next one is going to be 9 plus f of 9 comma 1, right? Okay, so this is also the first function called, right? Next, once it becomes a 0, for the next function called 9 plus f of 9 plus f of 9 comma 0. So once it becomes a 0, so listen, once your value becomes a 0, this place for the next function call, again I'm going to make a one more call. So actually you don't need to make it. So this f of 9 comma 0, f of 9 comma 0 will gives you 1 as a result. That you should add it here. F of 9 comma 0 means this place is 9 plus, okay, this place is going to be 9 plus 9. Right, sorry, f of 0 is going to give you 0. So that 9 plus 0, this place is going to be 9 plus 0. And then here this is going to be 9 plus 9. And then 18 plus 9. Okay, so this is how every time we are going to add a result with a 9 value. So that finally we will end up with what? 72. Clear? Okay, see here actually I didn't notice this. Okay, so sorry for that. Okay, I hope now this is clear for you. Guys, first of all, let me know that is this clear? See, for the first function alone, if part is satisfied. Okay, so else part will get executed for the second function call. Okay. Someone said if we can do a swap of a comma b, then make a multiplication fun of b star a. See, yes, we can do, but in question they didn't give like that. Okay, so in question they didn't give like that. See, that is your own implementation. In while doing your own implementation, you can write like this. Yes, okay. Descending phase. Yes, 9 comma 2 becomes 18. How? Okay, hold on. Let me share you the screen. Descending sum once again. Okay, so listen. How did I get 18 here is, listen, this function call will gives you the result as 9 that I'm going to pass it to my previous. So 9 plus 9, this one will gives you 18 that I'm going to pass it to the previous function. This is how every time you need to pass your result to the previous function call. This is called a recursive, right? Okay. So let me explain what is a descending phase once again. Listen. Let's write one simple function call. Simple function. This one is going to be do a display. So display of a 5. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to write this display function inside this one. See, let me receive it in the name of a n. Inside this again I'm going to call the same function. Inside this one again I'm going to call the same function. Okay, so this is called the recursive function call. But here we need to write a base condition. So while writing a base condition, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop if my n reached 0, I'm going to stop it. Okay, so how will you stop function is going to be, you can use a return. How will you stop a loop means you can use a break. Okay, I hope you all know that. Okay, now this is going to be the ascending phase. Something you have write it here means this is going to be a descending phase, right? Okay, so listen, first let me explain the ascending. Here I'm going to print my n. Here I'm going to print my n, right? So listen, here let me take n minus 2 because this would be give a clear view. N minus 2. Before calling this function, I have write a statement. That means this will get execute in a ascending order. That means first before call this function, this will get execute. So that listen, look at this. Okay, so the initial value of this one is going to be what? 10. So first 10 will get print. After that, from this 10, we have called the next function called 8, 6, 4, 2. Right? Okay. In case if you have write the same statement after this function call, if you have write the same statement after the function call, means what will you get? Let me print it. Look at this. Okay, so this thing will execute after the function call. That means while returning a function call, right? Okay, so this is nothing but descending phase. Once you have completed all the function call, this n value will get print. Okay, in case if you have write both function, both ascending and descending means this is going to be a result. First ascending part will get complete and then this descending will get execute. Okay, clear? So this is ascending and descending phase. Okay, and still if you want me to differentiate means while printing it, here I'm going to mention it whether it is ascending or descending. This is going to be descending. Okay, let me differentiate it for you. Value which get printed in ascending phase. Look at this. First ascending will get complete and then this descending part will get execute. Clear? Okay. Is it clear? Okay guys, is this clear for you? See, while solving a problem, in case if we meet one more recursive problem with this descending phase, let me explain it, how it works. Clear? Shall we move to the next question? Yes? Okay. All clear. One print, both phases. See, we can't write only one print for both phases. You can fit either into ascending or descending. Okay, we can't write anything common for both ascending and descending. Okay, something which is common for both ascending and descending is going to be that function call alone. That's it. That function call is going to be the pivot place. This is going to be split that ascending and descending. Clear? Okay. So let's move to the next question. Let me show you the next question. You can start solve that one. Okay. Yes. So far we have completed this one. Now the next question is going to be this one. Okay. Okay, guys, solve this one. For this problem, I'll give you more time. Okay. Okay, guys. Listen. Before solve this one, let me post your attendance first. Hold on. First, let me post the attendance. Let's post your attendance. See, guys, link I have posted. Guys, post your attendance. Okay. And guys, I would like to say one things as per the request I had from you. From tomorrow class onwards, we'll speed up little bit faster. Okay, let's make it fast. Then today's class, let's increase our speed. Okay, I'll try to cover more problems. Share the link once again. Yes, definitely. I'll increase the speed. Okay. See, I guys, I just tried to cover all the students, right? So I think 5% of you are okay. I think now this link is work now, right? Yes. From tomorrow class onwards, let's increase the speed and we'll try to cover more problem. Okay. Okay. While solving data structure related questions, let me explain how to approach a data structure. Okay. While solving a data structure related problems, definitely I'll explain the basics of that one. Clear? Don't worry. Okay. Let me show you the question. Okay, solve this one, guys. See, as I told you that, see, in case if you are having any doubt in this session, just note down your the doubt. Okay, you can ask in next session also, no problem. Clear? Okay, now you can post your answer in case if you have solved this question. You can post it, guys. Post your answer.
Okay.
Okay. So let me show you the question once again. Hold on. Okay. Guys, we'll increase number of problems, no problem. Okay, from next session onwards, we'll solve more problem. In case if you are having any doubt, you can ask. Okay. Okay, so the answer for this question is going to be 5456. The answer for this one is going to be 5456. Solve it. So still okay. This is going to be the entire question. Yes. Can solve this one. What will be the sectional cutoffs? Okay, that details I will explain in tomorrow session. Okay, 5456. Still solving. Okay, super still solving. Okay, so the answer for this one is going to be 5456. Okay, so I'll explain how did we get 5456 as a result in the next session. Okay. Okay, thank you all. We'll see you in the next session. Yes, 5456 is going to be the correct answer. Okay, guys, thank you all. We'll see you in the next session. Okay. So the timing for tomorrow session is going to be the same thing, 9 to 11. Okay. Explanation I'll give you in the next session. Okay.